Things need to go wrong in order to go right. I know that a lot of us know those people who plan everything step by step, and they always get stressed if things don't go just exactly the way that they planned it to. They set a schedule, they set a plan for, say, a vacation that you have. And if things don't go according to whatever they plan, they get stressed out. They can't go with the flow, they can't shift, they can't pivot. Their plan is the only plan. But it's understanding that sometimes your plan needs to go wrong in order for the right things to take their place. The plan that we had planned out may not have been the right plan, but we think that, hey, the way that I planned my life to go, the way that I plan everything to go has to be the right one, is the only one. But opening your mind and understanding that, hey, the plan that I set for my life, the plan that I set for myself may not be the right one. Some things need to happen for me in order for me to grow. Struggles in my life will build strength. So before you break down and think that, hey, my life isn't going the way that I planned it, I planned that, hey, after high school, I'm gonna go straight to university, and straight out of university, I'm gonna get that well-paying job that I've always wanted. I'm gonna move to that city. I'm gonna get that job in my dream city. But things didn't go the way that you initially planned them to, and now you're thinking, hey, what's going on with my life? Because for me, my plan was always to, straight out of high school, go to university in a different city, is to move to a different city. But COVID happened, so I graduated high school in 2020, and because of that, I didn't go to school right away. I took a year off because I didn't want to do school online. I wanted to move cities, and I planned, okay, after my first year off, I'm gonna go move to that city. I'm gonna move to that city, go through school and get my job, stay in that city, get my job, and live the rest of my life in that career. But things didn't go the way I planned it to. Things went wrong. For me, I thought, hey, I don't know what I want to do. Things aren't going the exact way that I planned them to be. And I had to understand that I have to let go of having control over everything that has happened into my life. I have to understand that, hey, the plan is just the plan. There's no right and there's no wrong. There's just the plan. And it's going with whatever happens, acting and reacting to whatever happens in my life, not planning ahead for everything. Because if I plan ahead for everything and something happens that I didn't plan for, then I won't be prepared. I won't know what to do. But if you take life one step at a time, and whatever happens, whatever comes to you, you deal with at the moment, you'll know what to do. You'll deal with things as they come, not before they come. And I'm not saying don't ever plan anything out, but just understand that your plan never really works. Plans don't go exactly the way that you want them to, and you have to understand that if they don't go the way that you want them to, it doesn't mean that it's going wrong. It's just not the way that you initially wanted it to. So I didn't end up moving to that city, and I didn't end up staying in that same program that I always wanted to. I stayed here and I went to a different school. I stayed here and went into a completely different program, and now I understand what I want to do with my life. If the plan didn't go wrong for me in that situation, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have learned and known the things that I do now if the plan went right. If the plan went exactly the way that I initially wanted it to. If I graduated, went straight to that new city, went straight into that program, I would be living a completely different life. And I'm very grateful for my plan going wrong. So before you think that everything in your life is going wrong, understand that it may not be going wrong, it's just not the way that you want it to. And you're not right every single time. The plan that you create may not be the plan that is the right one for you. So let go of that control over everything that you have in your life. You have to let go of the control over other people, the control over situations in your life. You just have to react and act to whatever happens. Let go of that control. When things go wrong in your life, it gives you a different perspective on things. It makes you take a step back and realize, hey, I initially didn't want this to happen, but now I understand that this needed to happen for my growth and for my benefit. Things don't happen to you, they happen for you. So whatever is happening and whatever isn't going the way that you want, understand that there's always something that you can take away from the situation, whether that's resilience, patience, strength, whatever it may be. Understand that just because it didn't go the way that you wanted it to, it's going the way that it needs to go. And don't get upset. Just accept that things won't always go right. Things won't always go the exact way that you want them to. Let go of that control. Understand that when things go wrong, it tests who you are as a person. It builds strength. A lot of the time, struggles build strength if you let it. If you let the things that you are struggling build you up to a better person, then you will gain strength. But if you get upset and if you always cry about it, you're never going to get stronger as a person. You're just going to hate the world for everything that you're going through. You're not going to grow, and you're not going to have that growth mindset. You're going to get upset because you don't know why it's happening to you. You say, yeah, I have the right to get upset because things aren't going the way that I want them to. Things aren't going the way that I planned them to. But things are never going to go the way that you want them to. You can't plan every little thing down to the minute, down to the hour. When you're planning a trip, you're not going to have fun if you plan everything and things aren't going the way that you're planning, and now you're stressing out. You're like, oh, what if we don't get this done today? What if we don't get this done? But for me personally, I found it the best way is to just let go. Live as it comes to you. Whatever happens, and that's the way that it is. You just have to accept the things the way that they are. You can't always try to change and control things. You can control your reaction. You can control, hey, this may not be the exact way that I planned it to. I can either be upset or be happy and be grateful about it. What do you choose to react to a certain situation? In what way are you going to act? Are you going to be upset at the world and throw a fit? Or are you going to enjoy it and understand why it had to happen to you? Looking for a different perspective of it. Understanding that, hey, this thing might not have gone the way that I wanted it to, but why did this happen? This happened for me and for my growth, for my benefit. Things won't always go the way that you plan it to. Things happen and you just have to take perspective and understand why. Think about, why did this happen in this way? Why did it go wrong? Is it because this wasn't the initial plan that I meant for? Is it because this job that I wanted, that city, that's not what I'm meant to do? Always look for the things that are for your benefit and for your growth. Things don't happen just because. I believe that everything happens for a reason. You just have to find it. You find every reason to get upset. You find every reason to get mad and to blame the world, to blame other people, but you have to find a reason why it had to happen. So things needed to go wrong in order for them to go right. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you on the next one.